Episode 1, The Ghost in the Machine.
DJ Mike J.A. What is that?
DJ Mike J.A. Let's begin the show for the day.
AI technologies have been spoken about in the tech world for a while, especially in the sci-fi world, where they have accurately predicted the future of AI and its advancements. Fast forward to current time in 2026, we are hit with so many different models of AI that it's hard to keep up with the daily news on how quick AI is advancing, learning, and becoming more of a tool, and sometimes in certain scenarios with business, a replacement. This season, we'll be talking about all that with AI technologies when it comes down to movie production, sound production, and just the way that it helps this business and how it also can hurt it. You get tapped in to Pixels and Decibels with DJ Mike J.A. As a self-taught producer from the age of 10 years old, I've looked for a technology to always help me create something that maybe wasn't as easy to create due to my limited resources in my small bedroom at the time. But I remember being a roadie for several artists over my years, from rock, jazz, R&B, to learning so much of those elements that it took to produce those timeless and dope sounds. My first early production was done with a program called Cakewalk, which allow you to lay down notes via through MIDI controllers or just lay them in note by note. And then of course, with the drastic change, loading up WAV and MP3 audio files, I was able to go ahead and chop and create some of the craziest stuff and ideas and music that I feel like a little boy from DC could even pull off. You can add your amount of measures, your amount of your beats. And my first time producing a track that actually sounded like music was assisted probably by prior knowledge of music, but definitely by that computer tool that helped me create a clean, unique riff that, without any prior knowledge or any assistance, it would take me hours to put together. Since then, the whole landscape has changed. We can simply produce a track with a few keywords, feelings, genres, and of course, not anymore maybe, but using artist names and band names to get a certain sound can be done. And unfortunately, the quality is getting dangerously good. So good, I guarantee that you have listened to at least a few produced AI tracks, whether it's for background music or another podcast, or maybe even a commercial you saw on television. You might listen to it for elements of video games, and then also for like background pictures. You'd be surprised how much AI has already been integrated into our entertainment lives on a daily basis. So the question remains, can AI exist in genres of art from movies to music and still carry the soul and empathy that a true artist can project on a song that's written by a human? That's the discussion, man. So here you go, DJ Mike J.A. Welcome in to Pixels and Decibels. So again, episode 1, this is going to be kind of the format I want to do things. So it's going to have a little vibe in the beginning to kind of set the mood. I'm a big person on listening to or watching documentaries and listening to podcasts. And I wanted to do something a bit different this go around. It's actually my third time going around doing a podcast. But anyway, forget all that. We'll talk about that maybe, throughout the rest of the series. But that's the question. Can AI be integrated into entertainment and still, grant that warmth, that true human, attitude and vibe that we all look for to relate to in content? So it's a mixed batch. I can tell you first off and foremost, we have artists already that are getting deals, AI artists that are getting deals. Now, to get some context, AI artists, of course, are pretty much personas of an actual writer, right? That's what the whole concept is supposed to be. So, some people can go out there, generate content, or I should say content, but lyrics, or even a song structure in the blink of an eye. So, with that being said, you have to kind of watch these AI artists because it's not just the artist behind the vocals, right? Or the instrumentation that's in the background from the drum player to the bass line that, you want to be controlled by AI. Now, if it's AI is doing all of that, then what the heck? Like me as a producer, I'm a bedroom producer, as you could say. There's some kind of human nature to it, creativity when it comes to writing these songs, building the structure for these songs, and really putting your soul and heart. Whether it's from situations you've gone through, whether it's situations friends or family have gone through, but even if you're not telling a direct story, there's some kind of relation there. So, in my opinion, right, I know everybody's looking at the same opinion. AI does have a place in music, right? But not to be full replacements. Now, what I mean by that is I have been doing tons of research with AI for a bit, as I am a content creator too, and wanted to know what the rules were, what were the limits, and how far people can actually go with this. So, in reality, until recently, right, it hasn't been heavily regulated at all. To the point that I'm seeing commercials, as I mentioned, with video production, also being produced and showing actors or actresses that aren't even signed with these, companies, pretty much bypassing the $100,000, multi-$100,000, or multi-million-dollar deal that they would sign with that company, and just say, hey, you know what? We like you as an actor. We're just going to use your persona, and that's it. You can't tell us nothing. We can make your voice sound like your voice almost, and still sell the product. But that's, of course, gone through several situations in court recently, where they have definitely, really, really clamped down the uncontrollable activities that were happening with AI. So it's a slippery slope, but you really have to be mindful because, for example, I found I'm a big fan of lo-fi, right? Lo-fi, it relaxes me, gets me to actually release my thoughts for the day from work, try to decompress so I can get the energy over to my family. Yeah, and because of that, I love that music. It's relaxing, it's minimal. But do you know that most of that lo-fi stuff, right? That you go on YouTube and you just look up lo-fi station. Most of that content is AI produced content. Not all of it. Trust me, I found some good ones that are all produced by bedroom DJs like myself that actually put in the work. But trust me, I am pretty sure whether it is in a lo-fi station like I listen to on YouTube to get some rest, whether it's a jingle you hear on the radio, and now down to video games, because I'm a gamer, DJ Mike J.A. gaming on TikTok. I do stream throughout the week. You can check me out. Shout out to GTGB family over there. But yeah, it's all over the place, to the point that even gamers are complaining. And then if we haven't discussed it, of course, but the gaming industry has done tons of mass layoffs, because what they're doing is downsizing artistic departments, structural departments that help build the graphics, and using AI to generate that content. Now, I know some of these, games get hate for it. Some of these games get hate because of the games they put out. But you know what? The ones that get the most hate are some of the most original ones, that are out there. Now, not to say that these companies haven't tested the waters, right? I feel like every company at this point is testing the waters with AI, whether it comes to strictly real business, when it comes down to financials, or just entertainment. But I can tell you that entertainment, we have to pay attention. Entertainment can quickly lead into like live news content and anything that we consume to kind of, be aware of our surroundings and just the world news. So please understand that, AI is pushing in the industry for music and entertainment. But the main thing that you should be asking yourself is how much of that is leading in to our real news and content that we digest as truth. DJ Mike J.A., I appreciate y'all again. Episode 1 of Pixels and Decibels. Pixels and Decibels. Again, these are going to be quick 10-minute digestive episodes I will be producing. I appreciate y'all that came by, gave it a listen. Again, follow me on TikTok at DJ MKJA. I will be posting more content about the podcast, and also look out for another produced YouTube show and podcast featuring my own mom. I'll see y'all soon. You have a wonderful week out there. Stay blessed. And please be easy, relax, take a breather.
DJ Mike J.A. What is that?